Hi everybody. As you can see, I'm back to doing this in my car today. Mostly just because I just got back from dropping off the little kids with their dad. So I think when I'm in my car, it just feels like a good place to think because I have such a long drive back. So it just ends up being the place where I feel like I really want to share thoughts that I have on my mind. And I know that I said I was going to try and do one a day, and I very much fell down on that. So I'm sorry if anybody was kind of disappointed. It feels full of myself to assume that people would be disappointed if they were waiting for me to vlog. But, I never know. Maybe somebody is waiting for this, and so I'm sorry that I did not keep up with that commitment. In all honesty, kind of been having a really hard time with a lot of things in life in general, but probably the hardest time with the breakup. And so kind of been trying to just work through that, and part of my process is whether it's healthy or not, to kind of pull back and need to get a little bit too far inside my head sometimes. So I'm really grateful for the friends that have been there, that when I needed them and things like that, which kind of brings me to what I wanted to talk about today, which again, as we see in a lot of my vlogs, my theme is value. Because as much as I talk about knowing that my value is not placed on my body, knowing that I am valuable, things like that, I still am human, and I'm still trying to figure out the right way to obtain that feeling of being valued, and without really giving away too many things that I don't really want to share. I mean, if you know me, then you probably have an overall idea of where I pull value from a little too much, a place where my value doesn't belong. Unfortunately, when I'm going through a hard time, it's become the habit that I will seek out certain attention in order to feel valuable. And at this point in my life, I'm realizing that I don't want to do that. It doesn't feel good. It's not enjoyable. It's not really value. And I'm kind of working through the reasons why that's where I try and place my value, or why I try and find my value there. And I had a really great conversation with a friend today, and he said it to me this way, because I was kind of feeling like, well, that's all people want from me is things. People, I don't have people in my life that come to me without expectations of what I can provide to them usually. And he said, what you're offering to people is what they're going to take. He's like, if you're putting it out there and that's what you're offering up, they're going to take it. And that doesn't mean that that's where your value lies. That just means that's what you're offering. And he's actually said it better than I did just there, but you get the idea that a lot of times I think it's really easy to get attention for one thing and put your value in that thing, when even if you don't really feel comfortable with trying to obtain your value there, it's the thing that's easy, or it's the thing that you've kind of designed your life around. And so I kind of got in that habit of offering up that kind of thing in order to get attention. But what I really need to know and about myself is that there's so many more things that are valuable about me, so many more reasons that I'm valuable, and to put the focus on those and offer those up, or even to just be okay, with the idea that not everybody deserves to have my time or is going to add to my value. And so being a little bit more selective about where I'm pulling that from. And overall, the thing that I'm the worst at, which I think everybody that knows me would agree with, is that I'm really, really horrible at setting boundaries and putting myself as a priority and saying no to people who I feel like I need to have invest in me, and so I'm not very good at setting that, and so that's something that I also need to work on. So it's unfortunate, as an empath, as somebody that is so empathic, I feel emotions quite intensely, and so a big part of this is trying to work through those emotions and learning that I have value that's outside of some of the places that I've been putting it, and that I'm worth everything. I really am. But it's hard to remember that when you have a lot of different kind of people in the world that you've gotten into this mode of, this is what I'm worth, this is where people find my value, this is what people want from me. And you get to that point where that's just not working. That's not true to yourself. Whether that's what's worked in the past, doesn't always have to work. And also the idea that we can reinvent ourselves and we can become these people that are different. We can change our story. We don't have to have that narration and continue on that narration as soon as it feels wrong. We always have the ability to reinvent ourselves. And I think that's a lot of people get stuck in this idea that you're pigeonholed into being this one kind of person because that's the kind of person you've been your whole life. But really, in reality, we always have an opportunity to change the story. We always have an opportunity to write it a little differently and to do things in a way that's more constructive, healthier, or just that's more conducive to our success. And so I know this felt wrong. Not wrong. I felt like this vlog wasn't as articulate or flowing as I needed it to be or wanted it to be, or as it has been in the past, but kind of jumbled up right now and still working through some things. But, I just kind of wanted to share with you guys where I'm at and why you haven't really heard from me. And that idea that just because that's who you've always been doesn't mean that's who you have to be. And if you don't like the kind of attention that you're getting or the kind of relationships you're having, then maybe evaluate what are you putting out there? What are you offering to people? And why are you upset that when you offer that, that's what they take? Because really, that's all that can happen, is that people are going to take what you offer. And that's really, really true. So always feel comfortable to say enough is enough and I don't want to be this anymore, and that it's okay to decide that even though that's something that you defined yourself as, something that you've become as part of your identity, you can always be different if it feels wrong, especially. So that's my 2 cents for the day. Thank you, everybody. I'm still getting some really good feedback. I really appreciate everybody who has been a friend, been a good ear to listen to me through everything. And I really love knowing the people that I've helped. I've gotten a lot of feedback in that way too. So that's the reason why I do it. That's the reason why I bare my soul. Why I am human in front of the world. So thanks, everyone. You have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.